P, Q, R, S are four statements given here. S means X is prime, R means X is perfect number, Q means X is composite, P means X should belong to this set. Either X can be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The integer X greater than 2 will satisfy this equation. This equation is very large. Let's try to simplify it. Not P by imply Q. We will apply De Morgan's law here. Say not A and B is equivalent to not A or not B. So this term is given, we will write in this term not R and S. Now again, this is only in one direction. Again we will apply De Morgan's here, or and not will be given to here, and this will be converted to or, as 2 not before the R and S will cancel each other, R and S. One not will become here not P imply Q. Now what we can do, break this formula also. P imply Q is not P or Q or R and S. Not here, we will write. Again apply De Morgan's here. 2 not before P will cancel each other, and not Q or R and S. R is saying that X is perfect square, and S is saying that X is a prime number. A number can't be prime number, and this statement is saying that a number is R and S simultaneously. So a number can't be prime and perfect at the same time. Suppose a perfect square 25 is a perfect square, it is not prime. Perfect square 49, it is not prime. Suppose let's say prime 97, it is not a perfect square. So a number can't be square as well as prime at the same time, so it will always be a false. So false or P and not Q. Again this will be equal to P and not Q. How? Suppose Q or false. If Q is false or false is equal to false. If Q is true or false is equal to true. Whatever the value of Q, the result will be that. So Q or F is equal to simply Q. So we will write it as it is. So simplified version is this. Now P and not Q. It will be true if P is true and not Q is true. Not Q will be true if Q is false. Means Q is saying that X is composite. Not Q means X should not be composite. Let's try one by one. X is equal to 8. If X is equal to 8, 8 belongs to this set, means P is true. Now Q is saying that X is composite. Yes, X is equal to 8. 8 is a composite number, means Q is true. If Q is true, not Q will be false, and true ended with false is false. So X is not the answer. Say 9. 9 belongs to the set, so P is true. 9 is a composite number. Q is true, but not Q will be a false. Again, result will be false. With 10. 10 belongs to the set, it is true, and 10 is composite number. So Q is true. Before Q there is not, so it is false. False. Let X is equal to 11. 11 belongs to set, so P is true. Q saying that X is composite number, but 11 is not a composite number, so Q will be a false. When Q will be a false, not before false will make it true. So here it is true, true and true is equal to true. So the X is equal to 11 will satisfy this equation. Answer will be 11.